Welcome to track number 4 of Spiritual Battles.
Now, the next thing is the battle to hear the calling. The battle to hear the call. The call. You see, God chose Elisha. It's not Elijah who chose Elisha. Can you see it there? God spoke to, the Lord said to him, return to Damascus, anoint Hazael to be king of Syria, anoint Jehu, the son of Nimshi, to be king, and Elisha, the son of Shaphat, of Abel Meholah, shalt thou anoint to be prophet in thy room. So it is the Lord who said to Elijah who he should anoint. So God chose Elisha. Hallelujah. Amen. Now, for many of us, we cannot fathom that God chose us. You get it? And that is why when I speak to you about the ministry, you think that Bishop Dag Heward-Mills is speaking to me. And that's why you send me a text and blast me. Because you think that it is somebody else who is speaking to you. Identify yourself. Get a life. But what does get a life mean? Find something else. That's exactly what the person told me. Get a life. You are bored. You don't have anything important to do. Mercy. You are idle. Forgive. Get a life. God is the caller. No one can call. No human being can call. Sometimes some pastors, they have sons, children. They really want them to be anointed. They really want to do well. They call their children. They say, the pastor, I'm giving everything that I have to you. I'm giving. You see, it is great if you can give everything. But you see, a spiritual thing is not like a physical thing. You can give everything you want to give. But it's God who actually calls. And the key is not for me to call you, but for God to call you and for you to recognize that God has called you. That's the battle that you have to face. You see, it's the battle to recognize that God has called you. God has called you. Lift your hand and say, God has called me. See, so all through my life and my ministry, I've been showing people, encouraging them that, look, God has called you. God has called you. Because when you look at your life is mulliganous, just like every other life. It's difficult to believe that God has called somebody like you. A mulliganous person like you. What do you think? How many realize that it's a battle to accept, to believe? This sometimes even when you are doing the work, the devil will tell you so many things that you see, you are not really called. You see what you are doing, you are just doing something. This and that and that and that. You are just forcing things. You are using brain power, leadership power, but you are not actually called. And throughout your life, you see, how many think whether am I called? How many do you think I am called? Oh, you'll be surprised what the devil tells me. Yeah. Not long ago, I was having a leadership service or impartation service, one of those evenings, and the devil tells me, you see, look, you are forcing people. You are forcing. You are not. It's not a calling. You are not called. Do you understand? And he was talking to me. I said, hey. You should get a life, isn't it? Everybody say, Satan, get a life. How to believe. Because if really it is God, you cannot sit there. You see, some of you, the way you say, okay, can I see you after church to discuss? Can we have a meeting? If God calls you, will you ask him for a meeting? Will you say, Lord, can I see you after church for a meeting? Then, Lord, there are certain things I have to do. Lord, there are one or two things I need to sort out. Hey, not with God, but with me, yes. Because you perceive that the call is from a man. It is a battle throughout your life to accept that you are really called. I say, if you people believe in the call, and you want the battle to believe that you are called, do you see? You would beg me for opportunities to work for him. Because one of the frustrating things after you've accepted that you are called is what to do. I don't have anything to do. I don't have anywhere to go. How can I preach? How can I move forward in the ministry? You would plead. Maria, you would plead. Amen. Are you there? But I came to tell you are called. Where is Tola? Where is he? Ah, you are right here. Okay. Are you the one who said you wrote in your book, I'm a pastor? Tell us, stand up, tell her what happened.
On a previous, I think it was 2001, we were in a camp whereby Bishop encouraged us to write in our books that I'm a pastor, and then a pastor of many churches. I pastor a church, and then signed there, put a date. So some time back, recently, I came across such a book. And then to my surprise, I saw this book, I'm a pastor, and I said, hey, this has happened fully. I saw in Norel that spiritual things are real. Amen.
Hallelujah. Yeah. So, that was 5 years ago. I'm a pastor. It has happened. Yeah, it has happened. Lift your hand again and say, I'm a pastor. I'm a preacher. Yeah. And the devil's main way of, you see, I've just written a book on accusations. The devil's main work is to accuse. And to accuse is to say something negative to someone. Say, oh, you are this, you are that, you are like this. The real reason why you are doing this is this. The real reason why you are doing that is this. You are going here because your friends are at the camp, but not because you love God. You are not called. This person is called, but you are not called. You see, the thing you just did and this that you've been doing, others are not like that. You see, you are the bad person in there. You are the black sheep of the church. Eesh. So, gradually, you don't have any confidence. So when a positive thing comes like, God has called you, you say, who? Me? Oh, no. If you know me, you will never say that God has called me. Yeah. You don't know me. That is why you are saying what you are saying. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. If you know me, you will not say that. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. That is how the devil. And so what I'm saying is, you see, I'm actually fighting the opposite of what you are being told all the time. And as you go through life, you get that message all the time. You are nothing. You are useless. You are this. You are down. You are this. You are that. And when you marry too, you get those messages. Because marriage will expose how deficient you are. And so you begin to feel more depreciated. Your value comes down. You'll be debunked on a daily basis. What do you think? Yeah. So it's a battle. And you know how I overcame that battle? You know, for instance, one day I was in Switzerland. I was lying. I was waiting on God. The Bible says, as long as he sought the Lord made him to prosper. Many years ago. So I was seeking the Lord. I had a whole lot of issues, but I was just seeking the Lord. I went there. So, pray. And the Lord said to me, I've given you healing anointing. You are going to go into healing. Then, when I heard that, I said, hey, Healing anointing. So that was before I ever started any miracle wave services. Before all that, that was how it actually started. So, are you there? Are you listening? I'm talking about battles for the anointing. So, after I started out in the ministry and having some people, we come and testify. My hair was paining me, it's gone. My hair was paining me, it's gone. My hair. The devil comes and says, you see, look, you are trying to force something that's not real. You see, you are trying to force something that's not real. You know, people who really have such ministries are not the way you are. Do you get what I'm saying? You are a teacher. So just teach the word of God. You'll be okay. Look, it's not a small journey. You will fight every idea of being called for years and years and years until you die. Oh, that is why I came to tell you to be strong, no retreat. Make your mind hard, forehead, that I'm going forward. I will not return. And if I will fall, if I will die, I will die in the forward place. I will not die a foolish death whilst I'm ironing my shirt in the house. Should not die ironing your shirt, electrocuted by the iron. Die on the field. If anything, we are going forward. We are pressing ahead. So the devil told me, "Sir, you see, you are not that type." The one day I was going to have a wedding. It was one of the first weddings, but even this was after that. And the mother of the bride asked Reverend Saki, "Who is going to officiate the wedding?" And he said, "Oh, our pastor, our bishop." I don't know what I was then. And she asked the question, "Is he powerful?" Is he powerful? Is he powerful? And I felt so bad. And so throughout that wedding, I was wondering, is he powerful? Am I a powerful minister? Am I powerful? Do I have power? Then we had a guy in our church. He was one of the leaders. He used to organize prayer meetings at dawn, some groups in the areas and so on. And one day, the guy left the church. So I found out why the guy. Oh, he said, "Brother so and so." He said, "There's no power in the church. There's no miracle. There's no anointing. Just, teaching. We want something with power." And I felt so bad. There's no power. You know, the devil is a mocker. Anything that laughs at you is Satan. You don't want somebody who laughs at you or mocks you secretly or is cynical. I'm telling you, because I've seen the devil twice. Yeah, I've seen the devil twice. The first time, I'll not talk about that, but the second time, when I saw Satan, he was standing by my right hand side. In fact, I was so frightened. I was frightened out of my wits. I didn't know what to do with myself. That's one of the 2 times that I've had communion with myself. Because when you don't know what to do, have communion. That's the thing to do. And when it gets to a place you don't know what to do, the next thing you can do is to have communion. To eat the body and drink the blood of Jesus. Yeah. I saw the devil in black on my right hand side, standing by my bed. It was at 3 a.m. I was somewhere. And it was laughter, mocking. That's why I said that mockery is from Satan. That's why the Bible says, "Blessed is the man that sitteth not in the seat of the scoffers." That's why when you see somebody who is trying to start his ministry, it is not good to have a scoffer or a Satan by the person's side. That when you start something, the person is there to laugh at your first sermon. Yeah. It's not good to have a scoffer standing by your side to laugh at you. So, wow, look, is this preaching? Is this preaching? The first time you are laying hands on people, it's not good to have somebody who laugh at you when you lay hands on the people. Is there power? Do you have power? You don't have power. It's not good to ask somebody to laugh at you when you are doing your first altar call. Say, if you are here today, you want to give your life to Jesus, come forward, and nobody comes. It's not good to have Satan by your side to laugh at you. When you say you want to be a missionary and you go out there, it's not good to have Satan by your side to laugh at you and say, you say you are a missionary, eh? We shall see pure fire here. It's something to be laughed at. Yeah. That's why men would often want to marry a virgin. Yeah. When they get married, men would usually prefer to marry a virgin. Yeah. Because yes, because if the man is a virgin, he may not have the confidence to do what? Because if you come and it's like, wow, what are you doing? If you don't take care, your wife says, come on, get a life. You will not be happy. The erection will die. You may need help. Are you there? I tell you, and that is how ministry is. Ministry is something sensitive. It's like you are exposing yourself. You are coming into something, and it's like you are trying something out. I remember when I first started out in the ministry, and I wanted to baptize somebody. I went out to do baptism, water baptism, and there was somebody standing by my side. I brought the first, and I never baptized somebody. And I tried to put the person into the water and came out, and it was so awkward. And the person started laughing. It was so sad. I've never forgotten that day. Long ago. The first person that I baptized. The person started to laugh at me. So there is a battle. Always raging in your mind about whether you are called. Yeah. How many realize that what I'm saying is true? Yeah. How many have experienced about the stand-up? If you've experienced that, but if you've not experienced, you can sit down. But if you've experienced that battle, where you have a battle raging in your mind as to whether you are called, or whether you are just forcing something. You see, if we were if you've ever experienced this battle, go outside, please. If you've ever experienced a battle as to whether you are called, I just need you to go outside. Just open the door and go outside. Satan is very bad. This is his aim. He's trying to empty the armies of God and leave nobody to work for God again. Everybody out. That's his aim. To drive you out of God's army. Or you can go out through the back door as well. I want only those who don't have a battle for the calling to remain. So that I can, they are the ones who are really called. I can preach to them. Why are they spoiling it? Come out if you've had a battle. Those who have not. Sister, you've not had that battle, right? Okay. So look at how many. 1, 2. What about you? You don't know what it's about. Okay, sit down. So now there are only 3 people left who can work for God. Everybody else is disqualified according to that satanic word over your life. Look inside and see. There's nobody left. Pressure to remove us from the troops. There's pressure. Or you don't see there's pressure. And this is what he wants. Look at that. There will be no one. I'll be talking to no. So that's why I am also strongly telling you that you are called. You will be a pastor. You will be a preacher. You will be a missionary. And I'm saying it and saying it and saying. I've come to say more. So that you have faith. Huh? And that's why I'm telling you some of the stories I'm telling you. Do you see? So that you know that it's not only you whom Satan has spoken to and told that you are forcing something. It's not a real gift. What do you think? May he anoint you. Amen. And may you take your place. So now I want you to take your place. As you walk in, you see, all these are prophetic things. Yeah. One day a prophet was going and then the king held him. And as he was held in, the thing tore. He said, the Lord has torn the kingdom from you. As you go back and you sit down, you are taking your place in the army. And you are taking your place in the kingdom. And among the troops. And among the warriors. In Jesus' name. Come and take your place.